Hello, hello, it's your boy KardinalGuzzi, and welcome back to another episode of Cardinal Radio where we promote spirituality, healing, and growth. Alright, y'all, today I want to get into the conversation of clarity and confidence on how the two relate, how they're different. To have clarity on a situation means you have accessed it completely and have found some understanding. This understanding then naturally fuels your courage. The wisdom you have gained allows you to display acts of courage when you're in a particular situation. Oftentimes, our confidence tries to substitute our clarity. Confidence without clarity is simply an inflammation of our ego. Confidence enables the user with the belief about certain abilities. For example, a drunk driver can be confident in their ability to drive themselves home, but clarity will tell you its possibility for some error in that. That we are making clarity-based decisions that we have kind of assessed our opportunities, assessed our outcomes, and that are now able to decide from a place of understanding, from a place of compromise, a place of peace. If we're making bold decisions out of confidence and ego, it eventually can lead to our own destruction. I think it's important here to understand that confidence is a great driver of force. However, it can blind you to fully grasping a situation to the best of your ability. You know, when we say, oh, that person has a lot of confidence, it's seen as a positive accolade, which it is in some regard. Like, it's great to be confident about what it is that you do or what it is that you're a part of. But do you have clarity on it? Because, you know, you can be a salesman and be so confident that, like, you know, I'm going to sell you the best product or the best house or what have you. But do you have a full understanding of the dynamic that you're creating with the person you're trying to sell to? Do you understand what their actual wants and needs are? Are you clear on what they are trying to get out of the deal? Or is your main focus that, well, I'm confident that I'm going to be a great seller because I have to, like, get the money or get the commission? And then now you're losing the connection. You've lost what the buyer is actually looking for. You've lost the message in a sense. I also want to dive into a little bit more in depth about how our confidence can substitute our clarity. People that are goal oriented and, you know, have set an idea for themselves, have set an intention and are trying to see it fit, often build up this confidence in order to execute that goal, which again is fruitful in its idea, because you should definitely be confident about what it is that you're a part of, but being clear about it, having the clarity and understanding about exactly what it is you're involved in, will take you a lot farther than having that confidence boost. Because all it is you inflaming your ego, like, this is great, this is gonna work out. You know, you're trying to convince yourself to have this belief system that, you know, it's gonna work, it's gonna sell, it's gonna, like, whatever the case is, you're boosting your own ego. Whereas if you had the clarity, the confidence comes second. You know what I mean? The confidence becomes second nature because, well, I have a full, concise understanding about what is happening here and my part in it. So, like, I don't have to boost confidence. I don't have to boast confidence. I am naturally confident. So I think it's important to definitely understand the difference of the two, of a person that is pushing confidence because they're not necessarily clear on what their focus is, their goal is, their part in whatever they're doing, and a person that has clarity in what they are doing and is able to be subtly confident, because the inflammation of ego is a dangerous game to be playing. But that's not today's episode. Today's episode is about clarity. How do you gain the clarity? You know, maybe write it down. If you get a pen and paper and you write down how this serves me in a healthy way, just get a list. How each thing in your life, a situation, a person, a place, a job, write down how this person, place, job thing serves me. How does it serve me? How does it benefit me? How does it help me, you know, learn? How does it help me grow? How does it help me heal? Just write it all that down. And as you go through that list, separate it from what is fueling your ego and what is fueling your overall growth as a human being. I think that's the best way to kind of find clarity in situations like that. Because if the only reason you're attached to like this job, let's say, is because it gives you a position of power and, you know, a nice paycheck, but you're overworked, you're tired, you don't have time to sleep, you don't have time to see your family, your friends, like, but you have the power, your ego is boosted, but like your spirit is dying. That might have to be something that you have to like, you know what? I just gained some clarity. Like, this just showed me, this list that I made just showed me that this isn't worth it, because I'm losing parts of myself to keep my ego fueled. What we're here to do is just to help and heal and love each other so we can have, you know, a great new world to live in. We need to rebuild structures that are about humanity, about peace, that are about loving one another, helping one another. We need to reconfigure the algorithm so that the foundation is about spirit, not about ego. But we'll get into the ego, because I got some things to say about the ego if I haven't already said it already. And like I mentioned before, I'm doing this thing where we're doing special thanks. So special thanks to my boy T. I feel like this is something that he can definitely channel from and find some understanding in. I'm also gonna shout out my Leos. We love y'all. You guys are the definition of ego. So I do feel like you guys kind of struggle with finding clarity in situation, opposed to making sure your ego is praised, so to speak. I think because you guys are such ego-based people, that you guys are a little bit more sensitive than you realize, because if you're wearing your ego on your damn sleeve every day, one person grabs your arm and now it's an attack on your whole being. So I think what the message Leos can get from this is kind of take a step back and gain clarity on situations in your life. People, places, things, jobs, whatever you're a part of, try to take that step back and gain that clarity. Thank you all so much for listening to another episode of Cardinal Radio. My hope is that you gained some perspective, you were able to open your mind, open your heart, and together we can heal ourselves one step at a time.